Okay, so I'm back. Okay, so now we're gonna do a Blood and Iron French uniform tier ranking. Um, so let's start off with like the first selection, 1E, Regiment Infantry. So yeah. So I have all 41, I think, of the different variants of the French uniforms, and excluding like ones that are like repeated, like slappers and fifers. So I have the officers, the like the rankers, the drummers, and the color bearers. Um, so far, the only difference between the officer and color bearers that I've noticed is the color bearers have a white like thing on their shackles or hats. Yeah, and that's pretty much all. So let's start off. Okay, 1E, um ranker. It's a bit, it's a bit too generic, but it is good enough. I don't hate it, so I put it at B. This is my first time using a tier thing maker, so yeah. Oh yeah. Drummer, one E. It's a bit, actually, I'll just put it B too, cause it's not bad. Actually, it's kind of bad. And then the officer, I think I'll just put a B as well. But like, because I don't, it just looks the same. I don't. Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's B. The color bearer, I know the only difference is that it has a white like like thing, but it's a it's a bit better. But I don't have any in the betweens, like a B plus. So I'll still put it like this. So now we are in 2E, the regiment. Uh, this actually, I'll also put it. Actually, I put it here, and then the drummer. I don't really like how there's just too much color on it. It's just not that nice to look at. And the officer, it's also a B tier, and the color bearer B tier as well. Now we are in the 45E. The the uniform, I really like that one. We're also counting hats as well. I really like this one like sash thingy. It's it just looks nice, and it's like emblem or like it just looks nice. The the drummer, I just don't like yellow and green, and that's not good for the Irish Legion. But yeah. Now for the officers, the I'm sorry that I'm putting many things on the B tier. It's just like it's just average. It's just like it's just yeah. And then I just see no difference with the blue and then the white. Like here you could, I don't know, but now for one of my favorite uniforms or like regiments, the 84E. I just really like their hats. I mean, like the plumes. I think I really like it. So you are an A tier. I mean S tier, and you can like it's just mainly it comes from the shako, and they have like a red like lining. It's good. The drummer. I mean, since it has that, it's it's a bit better than the 45E, but it's not that much better. So I'll just put out C tier. Now for the officer, this is the only time where the officer has two like I don't know what these are called, but it has two of them, so it's better than the other officers. Now for the old guard, um, S tier. It just looks nice. You see that like those pants and the bear the it's mainly the bear skin. It looks really nice. Now for the officer, it's one of the best. It's one of the best. You can see it's like dark blue with two like golden looking like things here and then bear skin and stuff and you see that. That's why I don't really like these officers because they don't have the other thing uniforms. And now for the Dutch Grenadiers, um, they are well. I don't really play with them. I don't really play with the Dutch Grenadier Regiment, but they are okay. They're A. Well, they're not okay, but they're as good as the uh 84E officers. Now for the Marine Guards, that's the best uniform. I'm just saying. It looks really nice. Look at that dark blue and then those black like sashes and it just looks nice and the gold like buttons. Now for the bugler slash fifer, it's it's not that good. I just don't like light colors, but it'll actually it's B tier. It's fine. For the officer, I'll put out A. I just I like the uniform part of it. I just don't really like the hat, but yeah, it's the uniform. Now for the Legion of like yeah, the Legion. I don't know what I don't know. I don't want to pronounce what it's called, but I don't. This is one of the regiments I never play, so I don't really have a lot of time with it. I just looked at it, but it looks okay. Actually, this one it looks like A tier. This is the first musician I think who's above B. Yeah, cause it looks like the ranker, and I like the ranker, but it just has these extra like uh, in insignia of just like maybe like just like to see if it's a drummer. Now, for the officer and color bearer, the officer is different. It's different. It has a gray or silver instead of like the yellow ones, but it's not that much better. And for the color bearer, it's not that good. It's just the same as the officer. Now for the Irish Legion, I just don't like playing with them. They have the same plume as close to the same plume as the 84, but I just don't like their uniform. I'll put the ranker at C, and the drummer and slash fifer at D, and the officer at D as well. I just really don't like the Irish Legion. They're just too green. For now, we're going to the light infantry. This is the 15E regiment of Voltigeurs, and it's pretty nice. But it's mm, actually I'll put it at UA. But the officer, it's just lacking. I'll just put it at C. It's just lacking. It looks kind of nice, but it's just lacking. It's just lacking everything. It's just lacking compared to these guys, like up top. It doesn't have as much. So it's like the Irish officer. It's just green. It's just blue. For the musicians, the fifer and drummer, no, bugler. Yeah, they don't have a drummer or fifer. It's actually better looking than the officer. It's C tier. Now for the 2E regiment, La Guerre. Um, it's also kind of blue, but I just don't like playing. I like having these, like, I don't know what it's called, but like that those thingies. This doesn't have any. It looks clean. It's just not for me. And then the officer, I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'll just it's, it's just it's okay. I just don't like it compared to the other officers. But it's okay. It's better than that one, so I'll put it at C tier. For the bugler, I it looks pretty similar to the 15E regiment, so it's C tier. Now for the young guard, the Voltigeurs de Guard, 1 ER. Um, it's this is the main class. This is the main regiment I play with. I like playing with light infantry, so it's S tier. The officer, uh, it's kind of B tier, and then the bugler. It's the same uniform as, actually, since it doesn't have that like eagle, it's A tier, but it still looks good. Now for the rifleman version, the rifleman variant of the Young Guard. Instead of having those like green, like gold, like like lines, it just has red. It looks similar. It looks too similar to the 1E like infantry. So I just put at B. It just looks too similar to like the normal ones. And this one looks the same as that drummer. So I'll put it at C tier. And that is the end of the French uniform Blood and Iron tier list. As you can see, I put the Marines, the 84, the the rankers of the rankers of the 84, the Marines, the Old Guard, and the Young Guard, plus the officer for the Old Guard. Then for A, it's the others, mainly the Grenadier Guards, the Marine officer, the Legion. I don't want to. I don't know how to pronounce it. And then the 15E regiment and the bugler for the Young Guard and 45E and the 84E officer. And everyone else I usually don't play with. And that's it. If you want me to do more tier list videos of the other nations in the Blood and Iron, let me know in the comments. Um, I know this was a bad video, but it's okay.